Hi.
You've talked so much about how wrong, but you've also talked so much about how women don't deserve equal rights to men. So my question is, do you respect women since you talk so much against? Is that just specifically towards men, or do you think that's towards women?
I don't respect women as equals.
Yeah, but when you talk
Because
about
you're not
rape,
equal.
Sorry. But when you talk about how it's so wrong, are you talking about male or are you talking about female? Like women?
Well, the majority of rape are going to be on a guy to a woman, of course, right? So I'm saying we should punish those individuals. But once again, here's the thing. Let me ask you this. Do you think men should be able to protect and provide and...
I think anyone should.
Okay.
And I think both men and women and people who don't identify as either have.
Not really. Women can't protect and provide to the same degree.
Okay, let's talk about during World War II, when men went to war, who was working in the factories, who was continuing to run society and having a profitable society.
Yeah, but the men were fighting is the point I'm trying to make.
Okay, and who was in America?
And women can't fight to the same degree as men.
But women were also in the army at the time, in the military as a whole.
Okay.
Yeah,
we're going to have this discussion. The reality is, just because women are capable doesn't mean it's optimal.
So you do think men and women are both equally capable?
No, they're not equally capable.
Just
That's the
said that
problem.
they were both capable,
I said just because they're capable doesn't mean it's...
Yeah, they are capable. So why
but that doesn't mean they're optimal.
But they are capable just like men, is
like
what you just said.
You can play basketball, but
no, I can't.
A guy can play basketball better.
Yeah, I'm 5'4". I'm
But you're
not playing
capable.
basketball with anyone.
That's what I'm
Let's
giving you an
just say
example
that.
of just because you're capable doesn't mean you're optimal.
And I just said I couldn't play basketball. But have you just said, but women are capable, so why shouldn't women? I'm just saying what you were saying. Why shouldn't women?
Well, you cut the whole other part off with what I said after capable.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Someone was yelling at me.
Okay, I said just because they're capable doesn't mean they're optimal. So women can do a lot of the things that men do, but they can't do it at the same level.
So where do they not have the same? Why are they not considered optimal to you?
Because men are stronger.
Can you list one statistic? Cite one study about that, or are you just saying
Do I need a study to tell you?
ass?
Do I need a study to tell you that men are physically superior to women?
Yeah.
Incredible. See, this is what I'm talking about. I say stupid, chat. Like that. Like
Okay,
guys,
but I'm
we're
the
chat.
one who can
not
pull
chat,
up.
but
Okay,
like,
how about Heidi Levitt, an
well,
inventor?
this is like a live chat right now.
How about Stephanie Kolak, an inventor? When we have female inventors
Sure, you know
and
what
we
to do.
have females doing the same thing as men.
Okay, what's the invention again?
What did you just say?
You said there was a female inventor. What did she invent?
Sorry.
You were gonna. Yeah, we always fact check it.
Heidi Levitt, or not Levitt.
No, what did she invent?
Stephanie Kolak.
What
Look
did she
up
invent?
Stephanie Kolak right now.
What did
Stephanie.
You got it? Yeah. What did she invent?
She invented. She's in STEM. I'm not a STEM major. I just have studied women. How about Ella Golding? Or she's a
What did they invent?
philosopher.
What did they invent?
How about Heidi?
Yeah, freeze. He's just like.
I'm trying to think of more because there are so many.
See, the problem is you can't think of anything because they don't invent anything. That's what I'm trying to explain here. Like, women aren't really the ones that invent
They
and like
are,
push
though.
society. They don't. Okay?
They
Men are the ones that
there
have
hasn't been
the
a single
ingenuity to do
invention
that.
a woman has not also worked on. The invention of the light bulb, the invention of electricity. Look it up. Every single invention has had.
Thomas
a
Edison,
woman
I guess,
working
is
on
a
their
woman
team.
now.
Thomas Edison's wife is an inventor.
Here. Yeah. No, we got, Thomas Edison, of course, yeah. I see that
Look
here.
up his wife.
His wife?
Yeah.
There's nothing about his wife here.
I'm talking about women in STEM. You're saying that women are not as optimal as men when women have throughout history been as optimal. And you're putting your head down and not arguing because you know I'm right, because you know there's no argument against factual history.
Okay, let me
No, and
go
you're
through
speechless
this.
because there's no rebuttal because it's true. Women throughout history have been in the same fields as men, have been incredibly helpful in the invention of things, got us to space. There's movies about that shit.
Okay, so what you're failing to realize is the women that you're talking about that allegedly did some of this stuff, which they didn't, by the way.
Allegedly, it's in history
Can I
books.
finish
Is
my
everything
point?
alleged
Can I finish
to
my
you?
point? Because you're, I'll let you.
Yeah, go for it. Go
no,
for
finish
it.
your entire point, then I'll respond. Go ahead.
No, you wanted to finish. Finish your point. What am I not realizing?
Okay. So what you're not realizing is these women, allegedly, that invented some of this stuff, which they haven't, by the way, the reality is that when women do invent things or when they do get involved in certain career fields like STEM or whatever, they tend to be the minority, okay? If we had to rely upon female, oh, look, of course. So, are we surprised? Anyway, if we had to rely on female ingenuity for society to continue, we would be fucked, okay? Men run all the main infrastructure.
When all of the men went to war?
Because you're talking about the exception to the rule, but the reality is the majority of women don't do that.
Of course there's an exception to the rule when for years, women and people of color have been not allowed to do things. But once we started in society to allow women and people of color to
all right, we
into
looked
these
this
fields,
up. Thomas Edison had 2 wives, and neither of them did anything here, according to ChatGPT.
that's not even true.
So, again, women
Okay,
taking credit
let's
for a
open
man's work as
history
usual.
book.
Do you have an argument? What's your actual argument?
That women throughout history have been as capable, and you even said women are capable, and they've helped progress
They're not as
society.
capable at all.
They are.
No, they're not.
You literally said they were. You said they were capable but not optimal. Why are you going back on your argument that you just had?
When I say women are capable but not optimal, I mean as in a man can do it better. And they're not capable in everything. They're capable in some
Name
things.
one thing they're not capable in. Stop turning my mic down. Name one thing that they're not capable in.
Women are weaker than men. Women don't have the same ability, the same physical prowess as a man. That's why men typically tend to build
I'm talking
things.
about
Men
in
have
STEM
invented
right
most things.
now.
Men create infrastructure. Women don't. I mean, like,
Women do.
see, here's the issue, right? We can't even have because she doesn't live in reality. So since you don't live in reality, we don't even have a foundation to go off
now.
of.
I'm right here.
Right?
Where do I
Because-
not live in reality when I'm pulling stuff from things that already happened? I'm not saying in some random future world. I'm saying right now, there are more women going into university and college and jobs right now than there are men. The percentage of women is higher than the percentage of men going
You're right.
into jobs.
And you know what's interesting? Women dominate college attendance and college graduation. But why is it that men still control all the infrastructure?
They don't.
Because women get useless fucking jobs.
They
That's
don't.
why.
Women are moving up in the
They go to
world.
school for dumb shit like African American studies, right? Or
Bro, what do you
so
mean?
they
Why
go to
are
school
you
for
being
retarded
racist
shit,
towards yourself?
and they don't get a job after. So it is what it is. Like,
Why are
despite the
you
fact,
saying that you're lesser than white people? Why are African American studies not important?
I'm giving an example. It's a retarded major. But anyway, the point I'm trying to
Why
make
is
is
it?
that women go to school and major in dumb shit and get useless jobs if they even get a job, and the men still control the infrastructure because men and women are different. Okay? That's just how it is.
There are more women going into STEM fields than there are men right now.
There's more men in STEM. We absolutely
the
dominate
percentage
it.
is higher.
It's like 90% plus. And the thing is, you know, it's interesting because women have women, like you said, women are graduating at a higher degree, yet men still control these fields. That should tell you something.
It's changing. Have you not seen? Like, it's completely flipping. There are more women going into these STEM fields.
Men still
There are
dominated. Men still dominated, despite the fact that women have an overrepresentation
Yeah, but what
in
do you
the
think is going to
institutions.
happen when more women go in and more men are leaving because they retire out of it?
Men still dominated.
You think more women
And
going in
it's
now?
also important to understand that men dominated despite the fact that women are graduating at higher rates. That's very important.
Yeah, because men have been in it, and now more women are going into it. I'm not saying I'm saying what do you think will happen? Do you think men will still dominate it in the next 50 years when more women?
If
are
women
going
dominate it,
into
we're fucked. Buildings are going to be falling all over the place. We're not going to progress as
Why?
much.
Why do you think that?
What's happening with men in power? We're at war.
Yeah, everything that goes wrong is because of men in power.
All right, let the Wakanda woman come up. What do you have to say? She's been heckling the whole time. All right.
You try to say that if women are in power, things will fall apart. But what's happening right now as a man is in power, and a man has been in power. And we have been struggling as a country. Gas prices have went up. We're currently at war. So what is, like, if things are fucked up with men?
Still better than Kamala, though.
Interrupt me. Don't
Still better than Kamala, though.
What? No, the thing is, what?
3 women verse 1. Let's go. They're conspiring together. Okay, what are we gonna say? What are we gonna say? What's up? Go
Am
ahead.
I-
Making fun of you, don't
No,
make
we were
fun
just
of
making fun of
me.
you.
Okay, but with no facts, though. With no facts.
Is that not a fact that President Trump is in office?
Yeah, but men are still better leaders, and that's better than Kamala.
She just threatened me, by the way. She said she's gonna hurt me.
She said she's gonna hurt you.
I didn't
See,
say
there you
that.
go.
I didn't fucking say that.
Female privilege. Female privilege.
I never
Okay, so
said
what's
that.
your actual argument? I just told you you're still better than Kamala. What's your argument?
I never said that. You said,
No, I said, because you're saying, oh, we are at war right now and men lead that. What I'm arguing is that it's still better than Kamala Harris being president.
well, I think that politicians in themselves are corrupt. I think that you're just trying to use Kamala Harris as a tactic to pit men against women. And I'm talking about how men in power in general, and you're trying to make it a gender thing. And that's where, yeah, I'm not doing this.
Yeah, things are just better when men are in charge. Like, women can't lead anything. Name one matriarchy that stood the test of time. Exactly, none. Like men have been the leaders of revolutions, men have been the inventors, men have created everything that you enjoy, right? The crazy dye that you probably use to make your red hair, a man probably invented that, right? It is what it is. Like, men lead everything. And I'm tired of having to like lie and be like, oh no, women are equal and like women should be championed. It's like, dude, realistically speaking, women don't contribute to society the same way that men do. I mean, the fact that none of you can actually formulate an argument, we got 3 or 4 women together, and you guys still can't make an argument, is comical to me.
I mean, I think, is this on? Is it on?
Yeah, it's on.
I
Before
think
you go on, do any of you ladies have anything to say back to that or no? You 3?
Yeah, I do. Sorry. Did you have something to
Are you going to actually make an argument or just going to like name call?
I got it.
Because you didn't really make an argument last time.
Just since you asked if one of us had an argument back to it, I do. Actually, I do think Kamala Harris would be back into it. Would be better. You want to come up here? Yeah. I think Kamala Harris would be a better president than Donald Trump. She is the most qualified presidential candidate that we've ever had, working in all 3 branches of government. You think Donald Trump is better? What?
She lost, so it doesn't matter. What do you? Anything else? She lost, it doesn't matter.
Oh, she lost. It doesn't matter. It does matter. It does matter because Donald Trump has people like you working for him. When the only thing you can say about that is you agree on his stance of racism. You agree on his stance of immigration, ICE using force to deport people.
Yeah, what's wrong with deporting
they are legal
people?
Citizens, even though.
What's wrong with deporting people?
I'm not saying anything's wrong with deportation.
You have to use force to deport people.
No, you don't. We have things. We have.
Well, you're gonna walk up to them. Hey,
courts.
Jorge, you gotta go. Sorry, man. Well, you gotta go. Like
We have courts. It's not a federal offense to be in the country illegally.
It's a crime to be here illegally.
It's a crime. It's the same crime as running a red light.
No,
it's
it's
a
not.
misdemeanor. Yes,
No,
it
it's
is.
not.
Look it up.
Okay, no, yeah, you're talking
It's a
about AUSC.
misdemeanor.
Hold on. You're
Let's
talking
talk about how President Trump has felonies to his name, which include.
He was never
which
convicted
you are
of rape.
so against.
He was never convicted of. That's
Best
a lie.
friends, there are pictures
He was found
of him
liable
with
by
Jeffrey
Jean
Epstein
Kate
in the
Carroll,
Epstein files.
who's a fucking Looney Tune chick, who literally went on CNN after and said rape doesn't have to be physical. That's the person. He was
literally
found liable
said that he would
in a
grab
civil
women
court. So you're
by
wrong
the
about that.
pussy. He used to go in children's changing room for pageants to watch them change.
Okay. Again, number one, he was never convicted of rape. We're talking about Carroll, who's a nutcase who went on CNN and said rape doesn't have to be physical, when that's literally an element that's needed, and he was found liable in a civil court. So that's not the same whatsoever. It was never criminal. Number two, you mentioned ICE and immigration. The thing is that you need force to remove people because they're not going to leave, okay? And when you're saying that it's a misdemeanor of like running a red light, not really, because
It is the same level.
Let me finish
You
what I'm
go to
saying,
the
because you don't know what you're talking about. Let me
court.
finish what I'm saying. You don't know anything about immigration.
I do know what I'm talking about.
No, you don't know anything. What is the statute? What is the statute?
I don't know the fucking.
Then
you
shut
tell
up.
me what's the statute.
Then shut the fuck up.
You tell
That's the
me
problem.
what the
Like,
statute.
see what I'm saying when I say
How
like
about you
women
tell
are
me
like
what
they
the
think they know and they
statute is?
don't?
No. You tell
It's-
me what the statute is. If I'm an idiot
Hey,
for not
woman,
knowing it,
you
tell
don't know
me
what you're
it
talking
is.
about. You don't know what you're talking about. You're saying you know the statute. I asked you what the statute. You couldn't even say it, so shut up.
You
It's
don't know the
8 USC
statute. I
1325.
don't know the statute. You don't know the
It's 8
statute.
USC
We're arguing at the
1325.
same level here.
No, we're not on the same level because you're stupid. 8 USC
I'm stupid.
1325.
You're fucking stupid. You're up
is the
here
code.
arguing with 18 and 19-year-olds.
Well, you're
How
still
old are you?
stupid.
You're like 50.
And you're still stupid. 8 USC
You're
1325 is the
50,
code.
You're unmarried, and the best thing you can do is hang out with college kids and argue. You don't even know. You haven't said one single fact to go against. You all only argue through fallacy. and you have these chuds behind me trying to kick me off the mic. How about you talk about wanting a respectful argument?
Because you're fucking retarded. That's why. That's why they want you off the mic. You're fucking retarded. And we need to go back to telling people they're fucking retarded. We need to shame stupidity again. Make
okay, your only
calling
argument
people
is that people
retarded
are
great
stupid.
again.
Where
She
are your
says,
facts? Where are your facts right now?
Coming into the country is like running a red light. No, it's not.
It's the
under a
same
completely
misdemeanor.
different law. Okay.
It is the same misdemeanor.
You don't even know the
It is
statute.
both
You
at
don't
the
know
level of
anything about the
misdemeanor.
INA. You don't know what you're talking about. I used to arrest people for this, so why don't you shut the fuck up while a professional
I do
talks?
know what I'm talking
So
about.
anyway, like I was
I don't
saying,
think you know what
it's 8
you're
USC
talking about at this
1325. If you come in illegally, you can be deported for that. Okay, you are now deportable. Now, if you come in again, 1326,
I'm not
that's a
talking about
felony.
that. I'm
so
not talking about
the
that. I'm
reality
saying
is that
coming into this
you must
country.
enforce immigration. The problem is that
I
we haven't
never
done it for
argued-
so
no.
long
I
that it's
never
a foreign
argue-
concept.
I'm not arguing against deportation or having illegal I'm arguing against the force that they are currently using now.
You have to use force to deport people.
The force that they're using now, when 8 people were killed in like the last 6 months.
See, this is the problem. See what I mean when I say women shouldn't be in power? This chick really thinks that you could just go to fucking Jorge or Muhammad. Hey, bro, you got to go back to your country, man. No force,
I'm
though.
not
Can you
saying that,
please go
though.
back? That's not how the real world works.
Did I say that once?
Like,
I
that's
said
not how the real world works.
The force that they're
you have a problem
currently
with the force
using.
that they're utilizing to deport these people. Yes, that's what law
Okay,
enforcement
do you think
is.
that the 5-year-old
Why do
boy,
cops have guns? Why do cops have tasers? Why do cops have nightsticks?
I'm sorry,
Because they must enforce the
are
law.
ICE agents cops now? They
Yes,
are no,
they're
they
sworn
are,
law
buddy.
enforcement.
No, they are not.
You're
ICE
fucking
agents
stupid.
and cops
Get this chick
are
outta here.
not the same.
Get this chick out of here, bro. They're federal
Yeah,
officers. You're
I
a
hope
fucking
you-
moron.
Never mind.
Yo, see, this is what I'm trying to say. Are they cops? Yeah. They're federal fucking agents, retard. I was one of them. Like, are you stupid? Like, we need to go back to telling people they're retards. And that's like a college student, by the way. This is fucking terrible. Absolutely ridiculous. And here's the thing. She's going to remember this. And she's going to go ahead and research and study and become smarter after this. This is why shaming is good. To say something so fucking asinine as ICE agents aren't law enforcement is fucking ludicrous. You don't live in reality, like I said before, which explains all your other nonsensical arguments. Who's up next? Shit.
This isn't like about that topic. I'm just
Sure.
curious about something else.
Okay.
So I noticed you said earlier that being a mother is the priority of a woman.
Yeah.
So I was just curious to hear your opinion on what value infertile women bring to society.
None. You want to come on the mic then? You're welcome to come on the microphone. You're welcome to come on the microphone and argue your points or debate your points.
Okay.
Find that it's just this. Oh, it never fails. Like it's like they get pissed off, they get triggered. I'm like, all right, come on the microphone and prove me wrong, and they're like, no, I gotta go to my class. It's like, bro, come on, man. They're lying. Go ahead.
Hi, how are you? If you think that a woman's duty is to stay at home and take care of children and provide for their husbands, do you think that there's still a point for the younger females to go to college and get an education?
That's a good question. I'll kind of expand on that. I understand that we live in a very different world. I understand that inflation is a thing. Dual income is almost required in a lot of situations. So I don't actually have a problem with women going to college because I understand that they dominate college attendance nowadays. But I do think that women should be going to school trying to find a partner. That's what I think they should be doing. Like your goal should be to graduate with a fiance versus like graduate with 100 bodies. Because a lot of girls use college as an example to just be a whore for 4 years and be a degenerate. The socially acceptable manner to be a degenerate. So I think if women go to school trying to find a husband, I can accept that.
Do you think that also men's goals when going to college should be leaving with a partner also?
Well, here's the thing. We know that typically women want a guy that's a little bit older, has more status, etc. Now, are there some relationships that can formulate in college? Sure. But I think for the guy, they should be focusing on getting into a major that's going to make them money, being successful as possible, and then if they do find a girl during the process, great. But they should be focusing on becoming as successful as they can be. Completely different, because let me explain why I say this. A broke woman still has lots of opportunity in the world. A broke man doesn't even exist, okay? Like, a rich man can change a broke woman's life. A broke woman won't even look a man's way if he's broke. So It's completely different. So for men, we must acquire resources. Women don't. It's selective, or success for you guys is elective. For us, it's mandatory.
Okay, thank you.
No problem. Who's up next? Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
So your platform is free speech, correct?
Yes.
Do you believe that men hold a higher weight of opinion in the public forum?
Then women?
Yes.
Yes, our opinions matter way more.
Okay. Why?
Because men are the one responsible for keeping society going.
Okay. What makes you think that? What is the basis of your opinion that makes you believe that men found this other than they're men?
Well, every revolutionary pretty much was a man. Every revolution was led by men. Men create the infrastructure and the convenience and all the modern technologies that we enjoy today. And, you know, I'm tired of having to apologize and say women are equal. They're not. Women, if we had to rely on female ingenuity, we would literally be rubbing sticks together for fire. Women don't invent anything or contribute to society the same degree that men do when it comes to creating infrastructure.
So, by that belief, do you believe the findings of, for example, Marie Curie are fully irrelevant? Her pretty much learning that radiation exists?
Okay, we got to fact check that one because women always do this. They say, women invented this, and they'll double check it, it's a guy.
Please fact check me.
What was that? She did it? Okay, we fact checked this. She didn't. Yeah, so yeah.
What do you mean fact check? That guy's got a camera in his hand and nothing else. What are your credentials?
You're not the first person to say that. Two
Okay.
people at USC said it and debunked.
Okay. Hey, I can rock with that.
Yeah,
But she did
literally every
still-
time we go to campus, some girl comes up and says, a woman invented this. Then we double check. I was like, no, it was a dude. What are you talking about?
Okay. But you cannot argue that she suffered the consequences of this, not knowingly.
Wait, what?
That she was got by radiation poisoning, et cetera, et cetera. That-
You just completely moved the goalpost, but that's fine. What is your next point?
Okay. We can do that. Do you believe that there is any form of... Do you believe that genitalia play any part in this supremacy at all?
Genitalia?
Yep, that's it.
Okay, so yeah, if you have a vagina, you suck at almost everything.
Okay. Here's my follow-up point on that.
Okay?
Visibly, would you say that I align with the appearance of a woman?
Be honest, I don't know what you are.
Great, I'll take that. So, I have this appearance. I have a penis. However, I do socially identify as a
Oh,
woman.
so you're a dude.
Yes, if you want to say it that way. Do you believe that that makes me more worthy than women for responsibilities and such?
Probably not, because you don't know what your gender is, so. At least the women know what their gender is.
I'm pretty damn well certain I'm a woman. However, was not born as such.
No, you're a man.
Okay.
You're a man.
So then, do I fall more in line with a woman or a man?
I don't know. You're like I don't know what you would be. Like, I would just say a creature, but it's like, you know, yeah, look, there's two genders. I mean, you're a man. I know, I get it, like that you want to cosplay as a woman, because a lot of guys transition over to being a woman because women live life on easy mode. I get it, but you're a man for all effective purposes.
So, should I get a wife?
I don't know if a woman will want you. I'll be honest with you. Women are pretty selective. I don't think they'd want that.
Well, if women aren't selective, or if women are selective, but you also are bringing back slut-shaming, which one is it? Do they want me as a weird man-woman hybrid thing, or do they want... Probably could have phrased that one a little better, huh?
Yeah, I think, yeah, we're all confused. You are too. It's okay.
Okay. Well,
Anything else?
okay. Have a wonderful
You guys are
rest of
brutal
your
on the
day.
side here, man. I like it though. All right, who's up next?